Oh, and are the pillows feather or foam?
Yes.
Sorry, which one?
I don't care.
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
I was just asking.
And I'm very much looking forward to the moment when that stops.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what to get you, and
It matters!
doesn't
It
matter.
matters! Doesn't matter! Just get us something! There's a registry, you go on it, and you pick something!
It's the Al Travis Show. I love having this guy on, although he drives me nuts with what we got to talk about. He's Senator Jeff Howe. Colonel DOGE, how are you doing, my friend?
Terrific. Hey, Al, do you have grandkids yet?
I do not.
So my son from Florida and his wife with two kids came up to visit because I think his brother-in-law is getting married, so we got a wedding to go to, and of course we got two little munchkin grandkids that I love to death. But that's why you got the fake screen up today, because I don't want to show my blow-up mattress and everything else that the granddaughter's sleeping on in the bedroom. So,
it's fine.
It changes the dynamics of the. You know, my daughter was supposed to be gone to work out because she's here for the event, and then I was going to use the basement, and then oh no, they're not up yet, so the dogs are still rambunctious down there. So,
do not worry. You got the background. Looks like your office. Don't worry about it at all. This is what's driving me off the wall. I'm going to do this next fraud thing, which we should spend a whole day on how in the world this could happen. But it's not the biggest thing. But it's going to lead us into. KSTB did a story. A Minnesota nonprofit, really well known, collected millions of dollars in state grants and continue to rake in that taxpayer money, even after its board chair was charged in a massive Medicaid fraud case, ends up being one of the largest at the time. You know, now we're keeping track of who's got the largest fraud, which is really driving me nuts. Your thoughts on KSTB? And,
in the state, not in the nation. We know we're leading the nation, right?
But but here we're keeping track of who's taking the most out of us in the state or federally. It's like cannot be the award we're handing out, but it is.
Here's the frustrating part, right? We were talking about how frustrating it is if somebody was taking money from this outfit over here, and we're not talking about it over in this department where he's taking money out of over here. Well, here we know he's taking money, and
we just keep sending it,
jail, and we're still paying the guy. You can't make the. You know, we couldn't get this gig to get 3 hots and a cot and get millions into our coffers in the bank account while we're doing it, right?
It seems unfathomable that this large organization, the chairman gets thrown in jail or whatever for Medicaid, and we still send checks. I don't even know how that is even possible, but it is. And that isn't even the news story of the day. Senator, the governor came out a couple weeks ago. He was one with Tom Hauser and talking about, could there be more fraud? He goes, probably, this is organized crime now. Guy's been in here for 7 years. He knew what was going on today. Go ahead. You're just going to say something.
He knows exactly what's going on because I think it's all getting laundered, right? I think that I think the machine is working well. It's just that some of the laundry detergent and some of the laundry got left out on the floor. Some people are picking up on it, but that money's making it. I'll bet you dollars to donut that money is getting circled back to those people.
Yeah.
And like that CEO or the chamber of the board, some of that money's coming right back. Somebody should look at campaign finance and see who made what donations into whose campaign account. Because I bet you it's just campaign financing at its worst.
And what you're talking about is, so here's the story. From the office of, this is the governor. Governor Tim Walz has announced that he has ordered a third-party auditor group, and it's called Optum, to do the audit of billing for 14 high-risk Medicaid services. They're going to stop for 90 days. No money's going out. We're going to stop everything and go take a look for 90 days. 14 separate things. These are some we haven't even talked about on the show yet. So when he sat there with Tommy Hauser and said, you know what, there could be other stuff, he's got 14 other ones that he knows of that have legitimate concerns that we're sending somebody in to take a look at.
And if you can push pause on 14 different systems for 90 days, did you really need them? Did you really need them? And who's this
That's a
occupant
good point.
group, right? Who chose this group?
Yeah.
Who did the background check on them to make sure they're not part of the deal?
Yeah.
I mean, why isn't that part of our own government? Where's Ellison? We had that discussion offline. Where's Ellison? Isn't he the guy that should investigate this?
Well, you have the OLA who could take a look at it. You got inspector generals in the human services, and then you've got an attorney general with all the lawyers known to mankind. We've let all this go. You know what makes me think they have to have an independent? Is there might be some conflict of interest.
No.
Back to your, I'm just throwing, why would you not? You got an attorney general's office. We have the U.S. attorney coming in here setting everything else up and putting it on the table. There's got to be some reason we don't use the paid people we have, and we're going to spend $2 million with Optum.
And why isn't it the House Committee on Fraud choosing the third party to go look at it? Or the legislative auditor choosing the third party? If it's not the legislative auditor, who is nonpartisan? We know that.
Yeah.
So why do we got to pay? It's like hiring the outfit in Montana to send the checks in Minnesota.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, this is it. They cannot help themselves but fund some other outfit other than ourselves that we hire, and we've got employees. Don't understand how this government got to be the fish tank it is.
That is so funny because I tried to get with, I want to say it was the Minnesota Chamber, not Chamber of Commerce, but Visitors Bureau guys, right? I want to get them to get advertised on the show. And they hired a marketing group out of Chicago. Yep. Like there isn't a marketing group in Minnesota that could decide where your money goes any better than these guys do. It's just crazy. But we're off topic. Now the last one before we go on to Ellison again. Health and Human Services, the state has officially received federal approval to close down Minnesota housing stabilization services. We remember that one was all corrupt and stuff. They have now been given the idea that you can turn it off completely. It's done. And you're thinking to yourself back to, well, did we need that program if we can just turn it off and it's done? I love your thought there. But here's the DHS announced plans to redesign and relaunch the program, and it's going to include stronger fraud protection mechanisms. Should we have started with that? When did fraud started? Only yesterday? Now we're figuring this stuff out? Come on.
Why can't we just turn around and say, you know what? We're going to help people that earn less than this with their housing and just give them the check instead of giving it to somebody that's going to help them try to find it. I mean, there are plenty of apartment buildings looking to put people in them.
Oh,
I mean, let's cut out the middleman. If you're going to give the money away, at least give them a house a place to hang their hat.
Yeah.
Or maybe get an organization that's actually going to build something. You know, I seen the ad for Tunnels to Towers that we're building places for veterans, homeless veterans, and putting them in places.
Yep.
Well, if you're going to do it, look at all the millions of dollars we've wasted. Build a place and throw the guys in there. I mean, what are we doing hiring people to counsel people on how to find housing? There's plenty of apartment buildings with empty apartments, let me tell you.
See, and this one program you're talking about did not give any money to the homeless to go find a place. They paid guys like Al to say you went downtown, found some homeless guy, and discussed his homelessness with him, and gave him thought. Have you ever thought about trying and just conversed with him? And I could bill hourly for it up to, I think it was 40, was it 60 hours or something, like some crazy amount of hours. How would you talk that long with any individual about it? And I could bill the state. It never said you had to get him into a spot. You just had to talk to him. That's the craziest thing ever.
Can we use that money better just to go hire a place or build a place to put them in there? I mean, it's unfathomable who dreamt this thing up. And I can't believe that money hasn't cycled around. And of course, you know, I'm thinking that we'd be better spent to hire outside people to run our ethics complaint at the Senate rather than having the president of the Senate being charged with ethics complaints that now is in charge of the ethics committee. Let's have an independent outfit do that. Maybe we'd be better off.
Yeah, that is funny. And let's sit and involve this, and we talk about how crazy this is now. It makes more sense to just send the money to these poor people so they can get a place to live. They're literally saying, they're announcing they're going to bring this bad boy back. Oh, no, we're bringing it back. This is so brilliant. Talk to me how this works. I don't see it, but they're bringing it back. I got to go to break. We're not done with Ellison. This is the craziness that's going on in the state, the round and circle, the waste, fraud, abuse, and then we'll talk about it coming up next on the Al Travis Show. It's Senator Jeff Howe.
Tired of one-sided media and divisive noise drowning out your conservative values? Take back the conversation with Braver Angels. Join a grassroots movement to restore civility and find common ground without compromising your principles. As a conservative, your voice matters. Share your perspective on issues like immigration and public health in red-blue workshops and help rebuild trust in our great nation. Be a leader in depolarizing America. Sign up for free at mn.braverangels.org. Braver Angels, where conservatives, liberals, and independents unite for a stronger republic.
You know that car sound that sounds like a cricket playing a banjo? Jay's can fix that. You know when you step on the brakes and your car sounds like a pair of tennis shoes in the dryer? Paul is a guy who specializes in that. And you know that sound that never happens when the mechanic's around? Paul took a whole course on that. If you own a car, you need to know Paul. Paul owns Jay's Auto Shop, 202 North Main Street, Blue Earth, 525-1052, 525-1052.
As in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
I swear you need a program to find out what all the players are doing in this state of Minnesota. I've got him, Senator Jeff Howe. Senator, according to Star Trib, Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison has joined 39 other attorneys general calling on the federal government, the Congress, to outlaw intoxicating hemp products. You know, it's the drinks and that sort of thing at the federal level. It's a move that could have major implications on Minnesota's booming hemp-derived THC edibles and beverage industry. He is one of the 4 lead sponsors of this letter, acting the Congress to act decisively and clarify the Farms Bill definition of hemp to ensure intoxicating THC products are taken off the market. What in God's green earth is going on, sir? Minnesota, the federal government says marijuana bad, can't do it, but Minnesota goes against that, and we pass it. Okay, do you? I don't care. But now your attorney general is asking the federal government to come up with a law that says your guys' marijuana product not good here. I want the federal government to make a law so that Wisconsin's hemp product can't get in here. We're asking the federal government to stop something they've already said they don't want. What are we doing?
Exactly, right? I mean, take a look. We legalized the hemp industry again in Minnesota, which many other states did. We followed along, and hemp used to be grown in this state and all across the country to make ropes and all kinds of things. We decided there's a lot of medical benefits from hemp, and we can do all this stuff. And now we have authorized cannabis against the federal government in this state. Well, gee whiz, the hemp season to expand their products, and the farmers that have went into hemp, which was very, very difficult because you just don't go out and buy a hemp planter. You know, they're all it's kind of, you got to engineer all this stuff. The farmers went in and do it. It's not really easy to get into. And they finally start making a product that is now they can market,
sell,
and they see a niche. They see a niche into the cannabis industry because we left the door open, and that was another bill that they did behind the scenes to allow THC in the hemp product.
Okay,
and that opened the door for cannabis, but now it's competing with the cannabis that the federal government says is illegal. And now it's competing with it, so now they want to shut it down and hurt those farmers that are creating it.
And we have plenty of those.
Make this stuff up.
See that? Okay, and this is where you're clarifying it for me. Thank you. The difference between cannabis and hemp for the rest of us, it's all Mary Jane. I don't have any clue, but you're saying it's different. It's quote unquote different product, but there is THC in hemp, so the hemp people are now able to make their own version of the edibles or the drinks or whatever. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, there was a go back a way, and that's what led into the cannabis industry. Okay. We allowed X amount of THC into the hemp.
Okay.
And that's what then they said, well, if it's good for that, then we can do this. And that's how we just expanded it. They found a loophole in that
that's funny.
They slid into the Farm Ag Bill, and now it's just expanded. And now we're going to shut down the very industry that we
started with
in this state. I don't get it. I mean, where is our ag guy? You got him coming up, right? Or maybe you had him yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't.
I know my Jerry Grosskreis, my farm guy, will be on. Yeah, he's
the farm guy, but also get the ag chair. Ask him that question. What happened?
Oh yeah. I will do that. This hit today. You're talking to Eric Putnam. I had him on yesterday. I will get him in here and discuss this. Because this round and round circle thing would back to why do we do strange things? Where does the money go? So I presume there's more money in the cannabis industry compared to the hemp industry. There might be more money in it. Is that what you follow money?
Because we tax the cannabis differently than we do the hemp, right? So we got a 50% tax on the cannabis industry, and we just got the standard sales tax over here at the hemp.
Okay,
so there's where the clash goes.
But to bring this full circle, this is what Keith Ellison is worried about. We have 14 services in Medicaid that we are shutting off the valve right now because we know there's enough credible evidence of foul play. Why isn't he spending his time on that? The direct ripping off of us.
Look at his history. He's gone after farmers. He's gone after veterans groups. He's gone after the auto industry. But don't go after the fraud that's funding my campaign, for crying out loud. And that's my opinion.
I get it. No, I get it. And at some point, independent folks, and I don't know this Optum, I hope they are. But again, I think your idea of watch the watchers and see who they are, because he didn't want an independent inspector general either, unless that person reported to him. It just keeps turning in circles. And I don't know how this guy literally last week says, there's going to be more fraud because, they're and he shuts down 14. He knew when he talked to Hauser. He
had to know.
Yeah.
And the thing is I believe that we're just scratching the surface, because I truly believe that not only did they know about it, if we could get underneath the sheets on this thing, we would see they're all commingled together.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we would have turned a leaf. We would have opened the books on this a long time ago, because you can't go, as you said, Al, you can't go from 2 million to 100 million in that shorter period of time and not know something's up.
Absolutely. Somebody somewhere knew that what they're doing. I got to go. I'm out of time. I love having you on, but it's the same topic, different day of the week. It's just literally more fraud, 14 more organizations. Oh, my gosh. This is crazy, Jeff.
No, not organizations, right? It's 14 different programs.
And they're all turned off. Like you may bet if we can turn them off for 90 days, maybe we don't need them. Good point. Right? Got to go. I'm out of time.
I'm going to go take another blood pressure pill, my friend.
Thank you. Senator Jeff Howe. We'll get him back here next week.
Think about it. Now that school's back in session,